Bickley and Marotta Mornings. Arizona Sports. The local sports leader. Bickley Blast.
Today is the 17th anniversary of the Dennis Green post-game meltdown after the Cardinals' spectacular collapse, and I really hope that is not a bad omen for our baseball team, because the Diamondbacks are one of two teams left in the National League playoffs, and that is both stunning and intensely satisfying, and no matter what the odds, they arrive in Philadelphia with a pocket full of house money. Now, if they can play a competitive series, if they can force a return to Philadelphia for Game 6, there is really no lose in this scenario. It will be an extremely valuable experience for a young team that is on the cusp of a new era. But there is a wrinkle here, and that's because an underdog opening on the road in the best-of-a-7 series generally isn't expected to win one of the first two games. But with the state of Arizona's rotation, either Zach Gallen or Merrill Kelly is going to have to win one of these games in Philadelphia, and given the rabid nature of that home field advantage, the Diamondbacks are going to have to bring thick skin, earmuffs, and a tremendous amount of poise to meet the moment. And how do they get that when it is all so new? Hence the dilemma. But like I said, this is going to be good for everyone, for our baseball team and our growth as a sports town, because we are both facing a giant step up in class. And in the end, no matter what happens, we'll always have beat LA. All right, today's Bickley Blast brought to you by my great friends at Chapman BMW, who make luxury attainable. Find them online at chapmanbmw.com.
Wow, I will say this, Bick. In terms of coach/manager post-game rants, I really prefer let's bleeping party to go ahead and crown them.
That's right. That's right. Who takes the third game of the preseason like it? Bleep, 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 bleep. Let's freaking party!
Let's party!
Now, my post-game rant, nobody aired it, certainly, and it was mostly to myself and strangers walking around the stadium that night, but mine was it was a much more
I think we have
profane.
a clip. We have a clip from that.
I'm going to go on a bender.
Right. No less than 3 dudes Saturday before my band played Oktoberfest just screamed at me from a distance, "Let's freaking party!" So it's a thing, man.
And they weren't even baseball fans.
No.
That's way better than.
Right.
I had 3 people scream at me, "Shut up, Jarrett!"
It's okay,
And
man.
laugh hysterically.
It's all good, right? That's right. You got to accept it all, the good with the bad. So this is going to be a lot of fun. I think, you know me, I'm a big ambiance guy when it comes to sporting events. I know you not so much. You don't mind the hermetically sealed football stadiums. I love when it's all that. I love when it's all it could be. And it's all it could be tonight.
I'll agree with you there.
Yeah, and so this is, like I said, there's a chance our baseball team might be completely overwhelmed. There is a chance. There is a chance that this thing might be over in 5, maybe even less, because we're talking about this market of a difference in pedigree, experience, star power, all that stuff. Or the Diamondbacks might surprise you. You never know with this stuff. And here's one of the things that I wanted to riff on a little bit that I was thinking about, because it occurred to me over the last 2 championship appearances that we have had here in Arizona, the Cardinals and the Phoenix Suns, the Cardinals in the Super Bowl and the Suns in their run to the NBA Finals, that losing in the championship round, losing at the pinnacle, doesn't hurt as much as you might think. At least this is my personal view. That getting there is a monumental accomplishment, and even if you lose at the pinnacle, it's to me, there's just something about getting there that kind of validates it all, that sort of mitigates the hurt.
I would agree with you.
I know there are exceptions. The 93 Suns are an exception. Of course, there's exceptions to them. But I have found that sometimes losing at the pinnacle isn't as bad as you thought it was going to be going in. Because when it's over, you reflect on, wow, what a ride. Yeah, it sucked at the end, but what a ride.
You at least had a journey to enjoy.
Yeah.
As opposed to falling out early and wondering what could have been.
That's why Devin Booker's on-court reaction to the realization that, hey, we're not going to win this thing, when he just looked back at what was going on in the court and you could see him say, damn. That's the way everybody felt.
Yeah.
But I agree with you to an extent. But there's also that argument, too. the closer you get to the pinnacle, that means you're falling further, you know?
Yeah,
when you're climbing up that mountain. So I can see it both ways.
It's very, very true. I think a state of reflection seeps in very quickly, and you begin to be very grateful for the journey, if not exactly where you end up.
Yes.
And again, there's always exceptions. I'm not saying there's not, but this feels like one of these series where they do have a lot of house money, and it feels it feels like, if you could just get out of this, I mean, wow. I mean, you talk about a dangerous bleeping team then.
Yes. But you want to talk about, I think this year's Diamondbacks team, in terms of the house money feel, this is the 2008 Cardinals.
Yeah.
This is when the Cardinals got to the Super Bowl, there was a level of disbelief. Like, what are they doing here? Who cares? They made it. Now, the path in that game obviously made the ending quite painful, but there's a lot of similarities. And the Diamondbacks offense shut down for patches of this season. They went 7-25, for goodness sake, in a 32-game stretch, and here they are as one of 4 teams standing. That Cardinals team got blown out a handful of times. Embarrassing blowouts. The Jets put 50 on them. The Eagles killed them on Thanksgiving night. They lost, obviously, the Patriots game in New England was just disgusting. But they were playing for a championship.
Yeah.
So, look, right now going into this series, I will say it, they've completely exceeded expectations. It's been a fun ride regardless of what happens. But if you're gonna get invited to the party again, mix some stuff up.
Yeah.
Break a couple things.
Sure, I'm down with that.
You're not invited to any parties I'm throwing. If that's your rule.
I know you're a big party thrower. Jared.
Whoops. Hey.